Hey everyone, this is Shavo bringing you another game of StarCraft2 beta. This is a fun game. It's an interesting strategy that I use. I'm actually Terran and I play random now, so I got chosen with Terran and it's on the map Scrap Station. Now this strategy is considered to be quite cheesy, but if you ask me, there's really no cheese in StarCraft2. Whatever strategy that you use to win is a good strategy, and if your opponent doesn't scout you and know what it is or know what you're doing, then that's his fault. And the strategy that I'm going to use in this game, it's really fun, it's really cool, and you'd be surprised when it works. And it's called the Thor Rush. And I actually saw Husky StarCraft do this on one of his videos, so I thought I'd try it out, and it actually works extremely well. So, if you're not familiar with Scrap Station, your two bases are in close proximity with each other, but there's a long way to go to get to one of those bases, and there's like a big gap here between them. So what I'll do is there's a little platform right here, so you send one of your first SCVs over to this top little platform right here, and I'll show you what to do with that later. But instead of going for an early barracks, I'll get an early refinery so I can start mining gas extremely fast. I'll go for the supply depot and then an early refinery. And then as soon as I have enough minerals, I'll build a barracks. And looks like I'm versus a guy named Kitten here. He's the blue Terran, and he's doing the pretty standard Terran opening that he's walling off his base. Now, when I'm Terran, I generally don't wall off my base. I just don't like it. I know it's kind of counterintuitive to every other Terran player and what they do, or most Terran players rather. But I find walling to be quite cumbersome, and it just gets in the way. So Kitten's sending out his first SCV scout, and he had no idea that my little guy was up here just waiting for what's going on. So I'm starting to mine my gas here, and I've already got almost 100 gas, and that's pretty much what you need for a factory. So I'll start building just a marine or two, and right now it just looks like I'm a terrible Terran player, in which case I kind of am, but you know, I do okay as far as Terran goes. I've played them a lot more, and I'm getting a little bit better with them. So I'll just build a marine or two just to show that I'm starting to get my forces going, and that just look bad. And already I'm starting to build a factory, and this factory is literally right outside his base. And you want to do that because the Thor is extremely slow. And if you can see his point of view, he has no idea that I'm right here.
This better be good.
So I got my factory going over here. It's almost completed. And once the factory's done, you're going to want to build an armory to get your Thors going. So I've got a little barracks, or a bunker here, just in case he tries to rush me or push a little bit on me, and that's just to show that I'm trying to get some defenses going. But in actuality, I'm not doing anything. I don't even care about my base. So I'm going immediately for the tech supply lab. And then I'm building another supply depot because Thors are extremely supply heavy. And then once that's going, you're going to want to build an armory. Now, where you want to build an armory is somewhere outside of the field of view of the initial comsat, especially if you're dealing with a Terran player. That way, if he comsats you, he has no idea what he's doing. So I build one right up here, just because if he comsats, he's going to see what you're doing here, and you still look kind of like a major noob. And that's exactly what you want, because they still have no idea that your little guy is right here and ready, and I'm already pretty much ready to build a Thor. So the armory is building, and I'm building a couple supply depots because each Thor is 6 supply, and I've got my full bunker here full of Marines. I don't even go for any kind of add-on or anything like that, which is pretty much what you want to do. And I'm also building an orbital command center. That way I can kind of, if he scouts me, he'll know. But, I'm just trying to build up, and I'm just terrible. So my armory is almost completed, and as soon as that's done, I'll start building a Thor. As soon as I have enough minerals, I think. And then you want to, as soon as your Thor starts building, you want to bring at least 3 or 4 SCVs over to your factory. That way you can kind of heal the Thor whenever you actually take him into battle. And that's what I do. I take 2 SCVs, and I start heading them over here because my Thor is already being made. And I'm putting him right about here. Thor is more than enough to deal with any of these kind of forces right here. And he's doing the standard thing. He's getting, you know, 2 barracks, 2 or 3 barracks, got his engineering bay, and all that, and he still has no idea what I'm doing. So my SCVs are coming over here. I feel that 3 SCVs are good enough to kind of heal a Thor against any kind of you know, mass marines or marauders or even zealots or whatnot, because they typically go for the Thor and they don't go for anything else. So as soon as you have your first Thor out, you immediately start pushing, and you have your SCVs follow him, and then you just, you know, you keep pushing, and as soon as the Thor starts taking on damage, you start healing him with the SCVs, and you should have enough minerals to do that. So I kind of see what he's doing over here, and here we go. And Thor's typically just, you know, 1 or 2 shot marauders or marines. And as you can see here, even though my Thor's taking the damage, my SCVs are repairing it. He's already got 6 kills. So you keep on pushing forward. And see, he's still kind of, and the Thor's range is exceptional. So even though he's getting hit by the siege tank, he's still able to take it out. 2 hits, or 4 hits actually, took out the siege tank. And they do 45 damage and with a range of 7. And then it's times 2, so 45 damage times 2. As you can see here, my SCVs are still healing up. He has 11 kills. And right about here, my second Thor's coming out. So he's pretty much just destroying everything that this person, that kid, has got. He had no idea what was happening, and now that my 2 Thors are in here, he's pretty much got nothing left, and he has no idea what to do. And Thor's had this nice little special ability, the 250mm strike cannon, and that's going to do distraction. He realized what happened, and he left the game. So this is a pretty fun, pretty interesting strategy that you can use. I find it used best on the 2 or the 1v1s maps, as the proximity between bases are extremely close, so you can get your Thor or your factory over there quite quickly and start pushing them out. So hope you enjoyed this commentary. More to come.